Hello, my name is Hernando Sierra. I'm going to be speaking about stress and anxiety. Did you know that stress is interconnected with the top most causes of death globally, accidents, heart disease, and suicide? The most important thing you need to know about stress is to recognize that often they're not really external events, but also that they're stressful, but rather how you perceive them. As a current student athlete, stress is a big part I face personally dealing with school and baseball performance. As close research, I will take you through my experience and knowledge of stress and how to manage it. Stress affects us different ways. For one, stress is a state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from demanding circumstances. According to Stress in America or PGA.APA.org, the top three stress causers are money, work, and the economy. Stress is a big strain for demanding circumstances, and money can be a large factor of stress. Not being able to support your family or yourself can be a heavy pressure to deal with every day. Being stressed can be very overwhelming, and work can be affected. Stress can cause you not to be so efficient in work and cause issues with production and communication between you and your customer. Although you may know the definition of stress, it's important to understand how to manage it as a big part of this my presentation. To identify your true sources of stress, look closely at your habits, attitude, and maybe some of your excuses that you're using. Do you explain stress as temporary, even though you can't, like, remember the last time you took a breather? For example, like, I just have a million things going on right now is a big term a lot of people use. Do you blame your stress on other people for outside events, or view them entirely as normal or unexceptional? And three, do you define stress as a constitutional part of your work or home life? For example, things are getting crazy around here. I have a lot of nervous energy. That's just all. These are some excuses that people use to shy away from their stress. The third main point I want to put out is if methods of coping with stress aren't contributing to your greater emotional and physical health, it's time to find a healthier one. And finding healthier ones can always help you manage your stress. For example, and engage socially, speak to your friends, family, helps you a lot. Get moving, be active, walk around, take breathers, helps you relax, walk, work out. Avoid unnecessary stress. It's helpful to avoid, and what I personally use are the 4 A's, are avoid, alter, adapt, and accept. So as those part of stress, you want to use those to manage your stress and adapt to your situation. And after providing some examples of stress management and some techniques to cope with it, I want to provide you with a couple more other ways to manage your stress, because for everyone it's different, and you might not have benefited so much from the ones I've already given you. If you ask a single most important key to longevity, I would have to say it's avoiding worry, stress, and tension. And if you didn't ask me, I'd still have to say it. That was a quote used by the late comedian George Burns, who lived to be up to 100, and living up to 100 without having to worry about stress is pretty impressive, and it's pretty interesting to take some tips from him. Express your feelings instead of bottling them up. Personally, if you bottle them up, it just makes you feel worse, and speaking them out to your friends and family helps you not only just get it off your chest, but also feel better. Don't try to control the uncontrollable. Whatever has to be, will be. Let things happen. And my personal favorite, it will be refrain problems to view stressful situation as more positive ones. Every day, as a student athlete, I might not perform good on the baseball field, and bring it into the classroom. I always try to look things on the positive side, as in the next day I can always get after it. You never know, just be positive and just keep working. Altogether, you've learned about stress. I've given you examples of how to manage it. Stress is a state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from a demanding pressure or circumstance. And after all the tips I have given you, I hope it helps you cope with your stress and helps you manage it a little better. Thank you for listening.